Good morning. I'm Dr. Kenneth Dion, President of Sigma, the International Honor Society of Nursing. On behalf of the Board of Directors, our staff, and our over 100,000 members around the globe, I would like to congratulate you on your accomplishments of this collaboration. You have truly done amazing work, which will not only prepare nurse leaders and scientists, but also serve to elevate the stature of the nursing profession in Kazakhstan. You should take great pride in your accomplishments. I know this work has been hard and a long road still lies ahead. However, you should take this time to celebrate. As we all know, nursing is about teamwork. We cannot achieve the outcomes we desire if we remain in our silos. I applaud all of you who have come together to make the vision of this collaboration a reality. Albert Einstein once said, "An idea without action is a delusion." The results of your efforts demonstrate that nurses are always as far away from delusional as you can get. Nurses are the backbone of healthcare around the globe. Nurses are the primary caregivers in clinical settings, but nurses do so much more than providing care. We are educators, innovators, scientists, scholars, entrepreneurs, and policymakers. No one in healthcare, from the bench to the bedside to the boardroom, understands every aspect of healthcare better than nurses. Unfortunately, the public and decision makers don't understand how much we truly bring to the table. There's no doubt in my mind that this collaboration will serve to change the perception of the nursing profession in Kazakhstan. It remains our solemn duty as nurses to advocate on behalf of our patients. And how best can we do that? Through collaborations like this, that we can raise our voices and educate the public and policymakers about the value that the nursing profession brings. There's a saying in America, if you're not at the table, then you're on the menu. This group will never be on the table or on the menu. If anything, this group has ascribed to another saying we have in America about being at the big table. Don't wait for someone to offer you a seat at the table. Bring your own chair and make yourself known. The work of this amazing group of nurse leaders in preparing nurses to own their seats at the table has been amazing. Through the education they will receive based on this collaboration, graduates will attain a professional identity and the voice of advocacy, which will position them to advocate for their patients, their profession, and the one planet we all share. I'd like to take a few minutes to relate how involvement in the nursing professional organization aligns with the work done in this collaborative. I understand that the primary objective of Work Packet 2.1 focused on strengthening the field of nursing science in Kazakhstan. This is a most noble and obtainable objective. One of the goals of Work Packet 2.1 is to enhance the teaching staff capacity in alignment with contemporary global nursing issues. There is no better way to achieve that goal than through collaborating with nurses around the globe. And one of the best ways to connect with nurses around the globe is through membership and active participation in nursing professional organizations. Another goal of Work Packet 2.1 is to continue to affirm the importance of recognizing nursing as a science with its own unique body of knowledge. It is this goal which served as the genesis of Sigma, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a few minutes. There is no doubt that nursing is its own unique science. In addition to the 2 new PhD courses developed as part of this collaboration, they're evidence that nursing is its own unique science. PhD prepared nurses not only have the credibility, but can also bring the evidence to the table when decisions about nursing and healthcare delivery are being made. Lessons can be learned from the work of nursing organizations outside of Kazakhstan to assist with the ongoing efforts within Kazakhstan to elevate the stature of the nursing profession and the development of nursing science. Furthermore, involvement in nursing professional organizations is a primary way to establish connections between Kazakhstan's medical universities and the international nursing community. This was one of the goals of Work Packet 2.1. The 7-week internship for candidates developed as part of Work Packet 2.1 would be an excellent place to weave in the importance of involvement in nursing professional organizations and exposure to policy development and influencing policy. PhD candidates working with their mentors will experience in policy development, will have the opportunity to gain real-world experience through putting what they have learned in the classroom into practice during this internship. The overarching goal of Work Packet 2.1 is to empower nursing faculty with knowledge and skills in advanced nursing research methodologies. Attainment of this goal will facilitate and ensure the growth of the number of nurse scientists who could become part of the global nursing community of researchers. Furthermore, there will be no doubt an increase in international collaboration. Participation in nursing professional organizations will not only facilitate international collaboration, but will also serve to continually develop the professional competence and confidence of the nursing scientists who graduate from their respective universities in Kazakhstan. This work packet also included opportunities for the participants to be mentored by scholars outside of Kazakhstan. I know that many of these are members and active participants in their respective nursing professional organizations. I'm confident that these mentors shared and also role modeled the importance of being involved in a professional nursing organization and the impact it can have on one's professional advancement, which will be demonstrated in a short case study I will share with you later. Work Packet 2.4 aimed to improve the management and quality assurance of postgraduate nursing education in Kazakhstan. The curriculum developed and quality assurance are two essential components of quality nursing education programs. The work completed as part of this effort will serve to provide consistency in the development of a standardized curriculum and essential assessment processes. Educating students consistently and evaluating them consistently in alignment with the norms of the global nursing community will prepare them to be active participants in global nursing science, thereby raising the recognition of the quality of Kazakhstani nursing scholars, both within Kazakhstan and around the globe. They will also be prepared to be contributors to the body of scholarly nursing science. Additionally, they will be ready to present at international nursing research conferences, once again, bringing recognition to the quality of nursing education in Kazakhstan. Again, I would like to congratulate all who contributed to participating in this amazing collaboration. The foundational work done here will serve to elevate the status of nursing in Kazakhstan and position the graduates of Kazakhstani nursing programs to claim their seat at the table of global nursing leadership. I would now like to take just a few minutes to share with you a little bit about Sigma, the organization of which I am proud to be the president. Sigma's vision is connected, empowered nurse leaders transforming global healthcare. Sigma's mission is developing nursing leaders anywhere to improve healthcare everywhere. As I shared with you in my introduction, Sigma represents 100,000 nurses around the globe dedicated to nursing scholarship, leadership, and excellence. We are blessed to have members of our organization participating in this collaborative. And this serves as yet another example of how nursing professional organizations can serve as a connector for nurses around the globe. 100 years ago, 6 brave nursing students boldly founded the organization we know today as Sigma Theta Tau International Honor Society of Nursing, or Sigma. I would like to take a moment to revisit the time our founders made the bold move to establish the first honor society for nurses. The year was 1922. World War I had just ended a few short years before in 1918. The times were uncertain. The war had ushered in new technologies, many of which still benefit us today. But these technologies also spurred fears of global devastation from weapons of mass destruction, such as aerial bombing and the use of toxic gases. The death toll from World War I was estimated at 8.5 million lives. On the heels of the Great War, as it came to be known, the world was hit with the global influenza pandemic in 1918. Much like the current one, that pandemic lasted over 2 years in 4 successive waves. It ultimately killed between 25 and 50 million people worldwide. And yet, during those dark days of uncertainty, the nursing profession was called upon to meet 6 years of grueling devastation head-on with love, courage, and honor. These guiding principles are what serves our organization today and demonstrates what working collaboratively can result in. Each biennium, Sigma has a call to action for its members. This biennium, Sigma called upon its membership to be bold, because if there ever was a time for nurses to be bold, it is now. As a profession, we have a habit of talking amongst ourselves. We attend nursing conferences, we publish in nursing journals, and we often remain in silos within our organizations where we're employed. This status quo cannot remain. If nothing else, the past several years have shown us how events outside of nursing force change within it. Case in point, the COVID-19 pandemic exposed global inequities in our societies, our healthcare systems, and even within the nursing profession itself. Consider COVID a wake-up call. The future is coming, and it will profoundly affect nursing education, research, healthcare systems, and ultimately models of care. In the 21 to 23 organizational call to action, I make the case that our profession must step outside of its insular circle. It is time for collaboration, for nurses around the globe to collaborate, and for the profession to collaborate with other professions, both inside and outside the domain of healthcare. We call on our members to become fluent in the languages of economics, technology, and conservation. Each of these domains touch our profession and are languages often spoken by other professions with which nurses interact. Fluency in these domains will prepare us to influence the decisions made about our profession, the patients we serve, and the one planet we all share. So, in the spirit of collaboration and elevating the status of the nursing profession, I call on each one of you to take up the charge to be bold. What does it take to be bold? It doesn't mean you have to be the loudest voice in the room. It takes willingness to step outside of our insular circles and collaborate. It takes being armed with facts founded in the foundation of nursing science. It takes love, courage, and honor, traits we all share as nursing professionals. I'd like to wrap up now with a short case study that I hope will demonstrate the impact of the involvement in a professional organization can have on one's nursing career trajectory. A first semester nursing student was approached by the president of his local chapter of the Student Nurses Association. The president asked the student to join the Student Nurses Association and to serve as an alternate delegate at the state convention. That student had an upcoming exam and was reluctant to participate because his schoolwork was his priority. However, the president pointed out how important it was to be involved in a nursing professional organization and to developing the student's professional identity. After deep consideration, the student asked what responsibilities he would have at the convention. The president replied that his role was to serve as a delegate representing the school, and if an appointed delegate was unable to attend, he would step in as a delegate. The president stated that the probability of this happening was very low, and the student could probably spend their time sitting in the back of the room studying for that examination, but at the same time, they should be listening and learning about the importance of being involved in a professional organization. The day of the convention arrived, and one of the delegates was unable to attend. So this young, inexperienced nursing student was pressed into service to serve as a delegate at the convention. That day, a resolution was introduced that became quite controversial. So debate for the day was halted when the day ended, and the resolution could not be voted on. The student went home and studied the bylaws of the organization and the process for resolution development so that he would be prepared to participate in the debate the next day. At the opening of the House of Delegates, the student approached the microphone and asked the parliamentarian question about the bylaws of the organization. In the bylaws, it stated that the organization existed to promote membership. The student then asked for an informal vote to determine whether the House of Delegates stood on this resolution. The vote clearly demonstrated that 50% of the membership were willing to resign from the organization if the resolution passed. And of course, the other 50% stated that they were willing to resign from the organization if the resolution was not passed. The student again approached the microphone with bylaws in hand and quoted from the bylaws that no resolution could be introduced if it was in direct conflict with the bylaws. The student then again addressed the parliamentarian, asking if that resolution truly was in conflict with the section of the bylaws of the organization stating that the organization existed to promote membership. The parliamentarian conferred with the board of directors, and the resolution was determined to be out of order. The resolution was pulled from the agenda and debate ended. 2 weeks later, the student was at home studying for yet another exam when he received a phone call from the president of a Student Nurses Association in another state. The president stated that he had heard about the student's work at the convention and encouraged the student to run for national office. The student thanked the president for his call and, of course, told him, given his course load, he did not feel that he had the time to serve as an officer at the national level of the National Student Organization. However, the idea of serving the profession would not leave the student's mind. Shortly after the call, the student approached his faculty members to obtain their thoughts on running for national office. The student's faculty members were not very supportive. They felt that the position would take too much time away from his studies and clinical rotations. Still, the student could not get the idea of serving his profession out of his mind. So he boldly approached the dean of the nursing school and asked her opinion. She responded and told the student that if you believe in your heart doing this is worth it, I will support you. And that means even if you have to make up your clinicals on weekends, I will go with you. So the student went on to be elected Secretary-Treasurer of the National Student Nurses Association in the United States. During that service, the student learned about the importance of involvement in your professional organization and put many tools in his toolkit that would not have been attained solely through his nursing curricula. He also learned that the nursing professional organizations play an important role in professional development and that the connections made continue to influence his nursing professional career until today. That student went on to obtain his master's degree in nursing, master's degree in business administration, and PhD. Furthermore, he went on to be actively involved in many nursing professional organizations, including serving one day as chairman of the board of the Foundation of the National Student Nurses, which supports nursing through nursing scholarship. Because he believed his duty was to give back to the organization that had been so influential on his professional development. Following his contributions to the National Student Nurses Association, he went on to serve as treasurer, president-elect, and president of Sigma, the largest global nursing professional organization in the world. And yes, that student was me. There's much backstory to this story that I will share with you when I see you at a nursing professional conference one day. I hope that this story has served to demonstrate the importance of involvement in a nursing professional organization and the impact it can have on the development of a professional identity and the connections made through such involvement. It has truly been my honor and privilege to be able to address you today. I commend you on the work that you have done and will continue to do to enhance the nursing education process and recognition of the nursing profession in Kazakhstan. Again, congratulations on behalf of the Board of Directors of Sigma and our 100,000 members around the globe. We hope you will take up our charge to be bold. Thank you very much and have a wildly successful conference.